Hello, it's Mr. Mayor with his book chats again, and today I'm going to talk to you about a few Bluestem books. First one is called The Great Treehouse War, and I really enjoyed this one. This is about Winnie, and the first day of summer vacation for Winnie doesn't go as planned because that's the day her parents told her that they are getting a divorce, and that for 3 days Winnie's going to live with mom, and 3 days Winnie's going to live with dad. Well, that leaves one day, and she has to live in a treehouse between the houses by herself. Well, things go, okay for a while, but Winnie is fed up with this whole situation, and she decides that she is going to barricade herself in her treehouse until her parents can figure it out. And just so happens that a few of her friends want to live in the treehouse as well. This book is told in all kinds of, there's like messages and post-it notes. It's just kind of a fun read to try to figure out what is going to happen to Winnie in the Great Treehouse War. The next book I want to talk to you about is called Wet Cement. And this book is probably the shortest book on the Bluestem list. It's full of concrete poems. And a concrete poem is a poem that looks like what it's about. So for example, this poem is all about the xylophone, and as you can see, it kind of looks like a xylophone. It's just kind of a fun book if you're looking for a short one. It's called Wet Cement. Next one is called Macy McMillan and the Rainbow Goddess. So Macy McMillan is in 6th grade, and she's been friends with Olivia forever. And Macy and Olivia are both deaf, and they go to a school for the hard of hearing. But Olivia starts kind of making fun of Macy's family and not being very nice. And then Macy comes home, and there's a for sale sign in her yard. And her mom says that they're moving. And just things aren't going well. And then all of a sudden, Macy's mom tells her that she needs to go visit her kind of crazy old neighbor that doesn't know how to use sign language, but has a lot to say. And the more that Macy hangs out with this kind of kooky old neighbor, the more Macy learns. This story is a little bit different because it's told in verse. So as you can see, all of these are poems, and that's how the story is told. So it's kind of a fun way to tell the story as well. The next book that I'm going to talk to you about is called Her Right Foot. Now, when you think about a statue, one of the first statues that I'm going to guess you think about is the Statue of Liberty. But if you look at the Statue of Liberty, you will notice that the statue's right foot, it looks like she is walking. And this book kind of goes into, where is she walking to? Where is she walking from? And so it takes a look at the statue. It takes a look at kind of history and what the Statue of Liberty means for the for the immigrants that were coming to America. Now, the last book that I'm going to talk about to you is called Not So Different. I actually don't have the book to show you because it's been so popular. But it's about a man named Shane Burkaw. And Shane has been in a wheelchair for his entire life. And the title of the book is called Not So Different, What You Really Want to Ask About Having a Disability. And he talks about his life, about how people will look at him differently and sometimes even bully him and saying, what's wrong with you? And how do you play with your friends? And things like that. And he's very honest, and he tells it like it is and what it's like living with the disability, and showing people that just because he may look different or he may do things differently than you do, he's not so different after all. And neither are, everybody's got those similarities, and you can be friends with everybody. So that is the last book that I'm going to talk about. I hope you enjoy all the Bluestem books, and happy reading.